Hey guys, so welcome to my new channel, Music, Movie, Games, Cars. So roughly every week or every few days I'm going to try and, well, I'm going to, not try, I'm going to release a new video, and it'll be a movie review of the week, a song review, or my song of the week, which will just be a song that I really liked, then some car news and some game news. The game news might be a bit behind just because I'm not that huge. Like, I'm a really big gamer, but I'm not that huge into the news world of it. Like, I don't frequent IGN and all that stuff. Although I will try and keep it up to date for you guys. So let's jump into it. Okay, movie of the week is gonna be Sucker Punch for sure. Hands down, honestly, one of the best action movies to date. But you have to take it as an action movie. A lot of people, I think, were going into this thinking, you know what, it's by the same guy that did 300 and a couple other big movies, and you know what, you can't be taking it as a 300. You have to go into it. It's completely its own movie, and it's just there for pure action. And it's got everything you need. It's got hot chicks, tons of explosions, tons of fight scenes. It's got everything. It really is a really good action movie. The plot for an action movie isn't bad at all. A lot of people I know were saying, oh, I just couldn't get into it. The storyline wasn't that great. But you know what? It's an action movie. It wasn't there for the story. You're there to see action. Nobody went to see Die Hard for the story, because it's the same story every single time. Every single Die Hard. It's a terrorist and he's trying to kill me. It's the same thing. Like, you don't go to Die Hard for the storyline. You go for the action, and that's exactly what Sucker Punch is. You go for the action, and the story isn't that bad. You know what? It's kind of different, and I like the way they did it. It's as predictable as any other movie, so you're not going to come out of it and say, "Oh, that was so predictable." It's a very, very good. It's an action movie. Just, you got to take it as an action movie, and that's all I really have to say about it. Is you got to take it at face value. You got to go in and say it's an action movie. It's not a 300. It's not anything super amazing, and if you go into it like that, it will be something super amazing. Because honestly, to me, one of the best action movies I've ever seen, and I watch a lot of movies, guys. Yeah. So music. Okay, so in music, so my song of the week is gonna have to be a Jappy. What do you hear? He's Japanese dubstep. So I know a lot of you guys aren't going to be that big fan, or that big of a fan, but it's actually a really good song. I think if you give it a chance, you'll enjoy it. It's not anything too hardcore, but it's actually really good. It's something that I can just lose myself in. It's enjoyable. It's a good song by a great guy. So yeah, check that out. I'll put a link in the description below to my favorite video for the song. It's just a song with an Ajapi background. Very, very good song. I think you guys will enjoy it. So yeah, games. Right, what's up? So games. For games, I'm gonna do Darksiders this week. Darksiders, definitely one of my new favorite games. It's the only game that I've actually ever decided to play the single player through. It is a strictly single player game, but I am not a campaign player. I'm a multiplayer player because campaigns have never really captured me. Darksiders has captured me. It's a very, very fun game to play, and it's something that you can just play alone. It's not something that you are always constantly saying, you know what, this is fun, but I wish, I was playing with more people. It's very, very good. It's very puzzly. It's not just a hack and slash type game. It's, it actually, it challenges you to try and figure things out. You're like, you don't really know, like, what to do next. It might, all of a sudden you're faced with something and you're like, how am I supposed to do that? And it actually takes some thinking to figure out. It's not something that you can just hack and slash your way through. But it is a very, very fun game. I'm really enjoying it. I've almost beat the game, and like I said, it's the only game that I've ever felt compelled to actually play the campaign, and it's actually really really good, guys. I'd look up some walkthroughs just to kind of get a taste for it, because I know for some of you it's not going to be your cup of tea. But for those, if you liked Zelda, you will like Darksiders. Very 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 cool game, and I highly recommend it. So cars. This is going to kind of touch on a lot of things. With the crisis that is happening in Japan, which is very, very tragic. And if you guys can, you should try and donate, but I'm not going to preach to you guys about that. But how do you guys think this will affect the car world? The tuner scene recently, especially in the past few years, has been very, very big. And with this tragedy in Japan, I really think that we're going to see a lot of tuning be slowed down. Like, not end, but it's definitely going to slow down to an extent. Like, I know a buddy of mine has been waiting for some parts from Kawasaki for his bike for a very long time. And, you know, there's not, you know, you can't be mad, you can't be anything, right? Because of the crisis. And yeah, it's just going to take some time, but I think that this will have an effect on the tuning side of things, because you know, there isn't going to be as much R&D in the next upcoming while. In the near future, there's not going to be. You know, I heard D1 GP is still going ahead, which for those of you that don't know, is the drift championship in Japan. I think it might have just been pushed back a bit. But I think that this is really going to affect the tuner world, unless you're a Euro tuner, because then whatever, right? You know, but for all of us who tune Nissans or Mazdas, Toyotas, all the good cars. Just kidding, I love everything. But yeah, for all of us that tune JDM, I think this is actually going to have a really big effect on the market, and we might actually see more people going Euro tuner or going domestic, just because of this, because of availability, because of research and development for the next upcoming while, and yeah, all that stuff. But anyways, guys, so for the next show, if you guys have any songs you'd like me to listen to and maybe feature, any movies you guys would like me to review, any games you would like me to try and look up, or any cars and all that stuff, let me know in the comments, leave a video response, favorite, thumbs up, all that good stuff. And yeah, subscribe for more of this, guys. And like I said, just leave any ideas in the comments below. Awesome. Thanks, guys. And just a PS on Sucker Punch. I'd say really it's like any Quentin Tarantino movie mixed with Die Hard. You know, it's got the badass chick and all the action and weirdness of a Tarantino movie, with all the super badass and explosions and all that stuff of Die Hard. And it does it really well. It combines the two superbly. But that's what I'd say. I'd say it's pretty much a Tarantino movie mixed with a Die Hard. Which, I mean, can you go wrong with that?